Hi everyone, welcome back to Man to Tame Me, and welcome back to ARK, Gotta Tame 'em All. Alright, so we are continuing on with our massive rampage to tame literally everything. So we are in the south today, and we are near Footpaw and Weathertop. We are in fact looking for bees. We were hoping to find a beehive like this one that's actually on the side of a cliff face near the beach. Those are the easiest to access. The redwoods are filled with tons and tons of beehives, don't get me wrong. However, you also have to deal with things like Prolovias, Carnos, Microraptors, and I feel like taming a queen bee is already spicy enough without adding more spice. So originally the plan was I was gonna go in and like kind of whack the hive with the fire arrow, to which Mr. B said, why don't I just break it with my bird? So I got to make a ton of fire arrows, and that made me feel like a badass, not gonna lie. So I have the right like kibble in my last slot. I thought that you could only use rare flour, but apparently they also like I believe it's simple kibble, the green one. And I was like, oh well, I need a lot less of this. So we tried the kibble. I tried the kibble. Mr. B got a little wrapped up with some dillos on the beach. So yeah, so you see I have some simple kibble in my last inventory slot there. So only once previously have I tamed a queen bee before. Mr. B and I tamed a queen bee on Genesis 2. And that was a pain, but we had such a hard time finding honey on that map. We needed to build a beehive, and that's before we were using S+. S+, you can just commit to just a lot of ingredients to make a beehive, and then just kind of have indefinite honey, which is great. So I followed the queen out here, and I ended up having to look it up on the dodo decks, because I'm like, no, but like I just need to feed her. So apparently one of the big reasons that you need bug repellent and the ghillie armor is because the drones around the queen have to be calm to be able to feed her. But now I kind of wandered away, and they kind of chilled out, so that was good. So on the heels of our bee success, we went ahead and started looking for some higher level parasers. We're going to need one. I'm going to need one that can really take a beating for taming the Titanosaur. The Titanosaur is knocked out with cannonballs. It's kind of an unusual tame where, as far as I understand it, you knock it out with cannonballs and then put the saddle on it, and then it's tamed for a day. But right now I think I only had some like parasers that had levels in the teens, even after getting the best like taming efficiency. So we didn't really find anything stellar. We kind of just like taming the what did we just tame? When we were looking for the kangaroos, and we split across the map, and like each of us took like a mountain. That's kind of how this worked too, is we just started checking out all the biomes where you could find a parasaur, and then just started writing down coordinates to find them. So these guys are kind of slow to eat given their size. I find that surprising. So I do battle with just an onslaught of dillos here. I'm not really sure why. they just kept coming, and I'm like, okay, you just saw your buddies, like plural, get utterly slaughtered with this like biped with a sword. Like, why wouldn't you just run away? And I spend most of the time like blind, and I'm just like shaking my sword, and it's like, oh, killed another Dillo, because dumb. So this 101 Parasaur felt like a big accomplishment, so hopefully our attempts to breed like a super strong Parasaur works out. I need something not only that can take a beating, that can move fast enough to keep up with a Titanosaur, but also something that has enough weight to hold like a ridiculous amount of cannonballs in its inventory. Each cannonball, I do believe, weighs 20 weight units. I don't know if they're pounds or kilograms in this game, or buttons, I don't know, seashells, but 20 weight units for each cannonball. So I ended up seeing this one way out in the mangroves, and there was no way in heck I was gonna go out there to get it, but thankfully my darts were very attractive. It definitely had some problems pathfinding until, you know, it didn't. When I originally built this character, I built this character with a lot of speed at the recommendation of other people who have done these sorts of like series to get like achievements. And I am so thankful this day that I believed them and put a bunch of points into speed, because I forgot how like kind of swift these guys are. So I guess I shouldn't be too concerned about how fast they are for the Titanosaur, but oof, just shaking everything. And he's big mad. I guess that's why the males are called bulls, I think. I think they're in the same family as elephants. I think we learned that in the original Parasaur video. But and then I have this moment, and I realize that I have made some poor choices. I definitely was not paying attention to like my own supplies. I wasn't paying attention to my own hunger, and as you see, like, I'm very hungry. So it definitely went in super unprepared. And oh, look who just ran out of darts. I mean, darts are great because they're super efficient. They don't spoil like the shocking darts do. And there is nothing like more disappointing than having to make trank arrows on the fly. I mean, they do the job, but they're super inefficient, and they do so much more like HP damage than the darts or the shocking darts. So but at least I had plenty of narcotics. I actually thought that I was going to need a lot more to tame the Parasaurs. I couldn't remember from the previous time how many actually were involved, but there's quite a few of them. You know, getting launched here, and he's doing okay, or she's doing okay. But yeah, oof. Poor choices here, definitely. So I'll save you the very long wait once again, because it was a lot of just running around and fighting Dillos for like fun, I guess. Also, so I wouldn't lose my taming effectiveness here. Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea to get some of these utility teams out of the way. But again, they're still gonna have to be bred. And as I remember, these guys take forever to mature. So that's something that's going to just have to happen in the background while I am working on other tames and other sorts of preparation for future tames. But here is another new friend, which is super great. Yeah, and I should be high enough now to get to be able to build the platform saddle as well. Alright, so got back to base to find this butt face, and then realized actually this butt face is a pretty darn good level. So I mean, when in doubt, tame the raptor, right? Like, their utility is endless, and you know, Logan is not kind of the strongest raptor. He's okay, but we definitely could use a friend for Logan. The really weird, like, breeding problems that we've been having aside, it would be nice to have another really decent, fast ground mount. All right. New raptor friend. So in the recent episodes, I will admit I've been struggling with some names, so that's where the hesitation comes from. There's just so many tames now, so we can now go ahead and cross our little bee friend off of our list. And you can see that our wall is mostly pink now. It's very exciting. So, all right, I will see you guys next week, and we will attempt to tame a basil. Alrighty, guys, take care and happy sipping. Love you guys.